Hey cutie patooties, and welcome back to Cutie Nails. So I'm going to be doing my own nails today, you guys. I took off my previous set. You guys can see that my nails are growing strong and healthy. And today I have some Après gel nails for you guys. These nails are super sturdy. I like that it has a nice apex on it. I thought that it wasn't going to be filled in, and I did have some trouble, you guys. Every time I try to do these GelX nails, it doesn't matter what type of tips I use, I always have some trouble when I have some bubbles in there. So I'm going to figure it out as I go, but this system was pretty quick. I did like it. I didn't get the full system. I'm using like my own products and stuff like that, but I'm just going to pick out all of my sizes. The box does label what the sizes are, so you can tell which slot to pull the nail from. I did have to do some reshaping around my cuticles, and you guys will get to see all of that. But I do want to say good morning, y'all. Good morning. Most importantly, God is the one that woke y'all up this morning, so give him some glory, some honor, and some praise for letting you and your loved ones see another day. There's a lot going on in the world right now. A lot of you guys know that I'm from the islands. If you guys have been following me for a long time, I was born and raised in Trinidad, grew up in New York from the age of 10 to 17. That's when I joined the army. And there is a lot going on in the islands right now. I'm following the story of the sweet little Adriana Young in Guyana that tragically passed away. I don't know what all the details of that is because I'm not an investigating officer, so I'm not going to speak on that. But please pray for her family and her loved ones, you guys, because they are going through a very tough time. I can feel the hurt within my soul for this young girl and her family. I can feel the pain that her family is going through. I do not wish that on anyone losing a child. There's a lot of circumstances around her disappearance and resurfacing. Like, a lot of things are not adding up to me, and they brought in pathologists from the US and somewhere else to conduct her autopsy, and the final results is just not sitting right with me, as well as I know it's not with the family and the members of the country in Guyana. So my prayers go out to that country. My prayers first and foremost go out to her family. You guys, if you're not following it, I recommend you go over to TikTok or look up the case online, and you all will see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a lot going on, and I'm very saddened about the whole situation. I've been following it since everything took place. But you guys, please go over and kind of get an understanding of what's going on, and please pray for that family, because it could have been anyone in that situation. So what I've done so far, you guys saw that I did some reshaping around my cuticles. Now I'm etching the inside of the nail. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that, but old school habits. I mean, I didn't look at anybody else's video on how to apply these to the nails. I just went with what I knew how to do, and these things is snug on there, okay? They snug. They're fitting. I'm not having any issues aside from, like, the bubbles that I have in there from not having enough base gel in the nails. The next time I'm gonna use my it's like the gel that comes in a tube for this type of situation. The next time I'm gonna try that. The base coat worked, but next time I'm gonna try that gel and see how it works. So now that I have everything all etched up, I'm gonna go in with dehydrator on my nails twice. This is my gel and dehydrator that I recently purchased and showed you guys. And then I'm gonna go in and prime the nails twice as well, and I'm gonna start applying the tips to my nails using base coat. If anybody has any tips and tricks, if I can use something other than base coat, let me know. Like I said, I do have that nail jelly thing that I'm gonna try the next time. Not the solid gel, it's a liquidy type of gel that came with my 5 Angels tips it was going, like, it was real popular on here for a while. Everybody was reviewing the Five Angels kit. I didn't have an opportunity to do that before I went to Bulgaria, but yeah, that's what I will use the next time. So I'm going to prime my nails twice, and I'm going to start applying the tips. Now that all of my nails are primed, I'm going in with a very thin layer of base coat and really scraping that into my nails, so that way I can cure and get a sticky layer to help with the nails adhering. And then I'm gonna apply just a bit of that base gel into the area that I etched, and just a tad bit more near the cuticle, so that way I have that gel that's gonna flow across the entire nail. You guys will see when I get ready to do my pinky. I tried a little trick that I saw on Instagram, I believe, but it didn't work so well for me. I thought it was gonna work out by kind of just scraping the nail across my nail first. You see, I'm gonna put like just a little dollop near the cuticle, and I'm gonna flip that over, and I tried to scrape it across the nail first to kind of like get that nail to kind of, I guess, flow across, but that didn't work, y'all. So I had to go in with more. Then I tried another trick of putting it down at the cuticle and, you know, like pressing it down. That didn't work either. So I was like, you know, let me just quit messing with this and just do it the way I would normally do it. And I didn't have a lot of excess flooding towards the side, and this nail came out pretty good. There wasn't any bubbles or any gaps. So I went in again, just putting a nice little layer on the nails where I etched and floating some towards the cuticle, trying to scrape it again to see if that will work, and it didn't work. I came out with a bubble on this one. And on the next nail, I just went ahead and just laid it down, just slowly let that gel flow down to the tip. And like, I had bubbles on quite a few, like missing gaps is what I mean by bubbles. But I don't know, y'all. I'll try that jelly in the future and see what happens. Hopefully I get better results with that. But I'm just using my Lesage Gel Nails lamp here. I really like this lamp. It's simple and easy. I would have liked a motion sensor lamp, so I'll keep doing my research to see if maybe Melody Susie or someone out there has a motion censored one, so I don't have to keep pressing that button. But I'm gonna put all the tips on. I'm gonna file it up, shape it, you know, buff over the surface so they're ready for gel application. And then I'll be back with you guys when it's time to get my nails all nice and cutesy and get my nail art on there. So the nails are all on. I went into the lamp and I filed, shaped, and buffed off camera. Now I'm gonna add a layer of base coat to the top of my nails. Y'all hear this girl in here? After I told her to be quiet. She's talking about some sorry. But yeah, I did cure it in the lamp for a full 60 seconds. And now I'm adding a layer of base coat. Any other time that I have done this technique using a different tip, it didn't feel strong enough. I had to add a layer of builder gel to get that strength on there. But with these Apres GelX nails, and these are supposed to be stiletto nails, but I did file them more so because I like my stilettos to be really pointy, and they're in a size short. The medium was cool, but not for me typing on a computer every day. These are perfect. So I picked these up off of Amazon, if anybody's wondering. So after I get my base gel on the nail so I can get that tacky layer, I cure that for 60 seconds, and now I'm going in with XOXO. This is a very beautiful nude universal color from Madame Glam. I don't know if my coupon code is still active with Madam Glam, because I have not like let them know that I've been back in the US, because I knew my situation was changing and I was going to be super busy, and I didn't want them sending me products and me not being able to review it. But I mean, I'll drop it in the description box for you guys. Try it if it works. If it doesn't work, please let me know so that way I don't put that in there again. But it's a 30% code, I believe. It's been so long I can't even remember. But I'm doing 2 layers of XOXO, which, like I said, is a beautiful go-to color. Love you girls. Have a great day. Their bus is pulling up, y'all. I'm sitting out here waiting for the bus to show up for them. If the doors bang the noise, I'm so sorry, but they're running out to their bus right now. Such an awesome bus driver. But yeah, I'm gonna add 2 layers of this, curing in between each layer, and I'll be back when it's time to do some nail art. All right, cuties, I'm gonna use a host of different colors to do like a mixed up marble. I didn't want it too marbly. I really didn't want the white to show much, but I did want the specks of that glitter polish down there. So like I wanted like a pinkish red color. So I took a couple pinks and this red and the silver to get that glitter, and I really like mixed it up really good because I didn't want it to like look marbly, but I wanted to get like a nice pinky color with some notes of that white and the glitter, like I said, in there. And I'm just gonna mix them up, and I'm gonna add some blooming gel to my nails. So I tried the blooming gel at first, and it may be because my blooming gel is old. It didn't bloom like I wanted it to, so I just opted for base coat. And it did exactly what I wanted it to do. I had to assist it just a little bit, but for the most part, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm adding some more white here because I felt like I lost, some of that white, but I didn't want it to, really did not want any big splotches of white on my nail. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the blooming effect on the nails that I'm not doing any nail art on, and I'm just gonna make sure I wipe off the excess off the sides of the nails and cure in between each nail. You guys can see it's blooming really nicely, so I'm just gonna wipe off any excess, pop it in the lamp, and I'm gonna top coat with my Balm Nails no wipe top coat before I get into doing my cutesy little flower that I did with these nails. So into the lamp those nails went, and now I'm gonna use my Macart solid nail glue in order to make my flowers. I'm just using a cuticle pusher to just get the size that I want, the size little ball that I want out of that jar, and I'm placing it directly to the nail. What I did do was add, I buffed over my ring finger to make it nice and matte, so that way I can actually see these flowers, because the solid gel is so glossy, it's kind of hard to see against the shiny surface. So I just went and buffed over it, and now I'm just gonna use my silicone nail tool to sculpt and mold this flower the way that I want it to look. It's pretty easy. Like, you can do any kinds of 3D flowers with this. The only downside is that it's clear and not colored, but I have not practiced doing 3D artwork with acrylic, so this is absolutely perfect for me. Like I said, the only downside is that it's clear and not colored, but I can quickly get over. Y'all, sorry, I had a phone call coming through. I'm driving to go get my girlies from after school, but I can quickly get over the fact that it's not colored is what I was trying to say, because I'm gonna just put some gel polish on top of it and I'm good. And I like that when you look at it from the side, it's still clear, so it gives us this super cool effect. And I really like that about using this sculpting gel to do these 3D flowers. It's very beginner friendly and it's easy to do, especially if you're not great at acrylic. You can like easily get some 3D art doing these types of flowers here, because nothing's gonna be running or moving out of place and stuff like that. I cured it for 60 seconds and I just mixed some blue and white and a little bit of base gel to kind of get this milky light blue color. Once I'm done doing that, I popped it in a lamp, and I'm gonna use that little dollop of red that you see up there, and I'm gonna make some little lines to kind of give it that flower effect in the middle. And that neon pink pigment powder, I'm gonna dust that over to really bring out that flower look of it. And then I'm gonna add some little caviar beads, gold caviar beads, and I'm gonna cure that in place. I'm using my Lisette Gel Nails Bling It gel to put my caviar beads on. And once I'm done curing that, then I'm gonna top coat the entire nail, and this set will be all finished, guys. And this is what we have after it's all said and done, cuties. I think these are oh so stinking cute. I like the blue contrast. I like the little glitter flecks that you can see in the nails. That blue on that flower is just so pretty, and the pink just ties everything together. It's so super cute. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments down below. Don't forget, cutie patooties, I love y'all oh so very much. And as always, I'll most definitely talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.